All right, man. The Detroit Lions are to interview former Lion tight end Dan Campbell, Eric Bieniemy, Arthur Smith, offensive coordinator for the the Tennessee Titans. I think it's that Bieniemy, Arthur, Dan Campbell, and there's one more. Jesus. Oh, Robert Saleh from 49ers from Dearborn. So let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And I'm kind of going to tell y'all, and they might have had already decided on a coordinator already. So that might, on the GM, but I just want to let y'all know something about head coaches. It's not about calling plays or being a coordinator or nothing like that. The number one thing you want in a head coach is a leader of men, not players, not just coaches. You want somebody that can lead an organization. Secondly, you want somebody that know how to manage the game. They know clock management, game management. All right? Know how to manage the coaches. So when y'all talking about just because, he's good on defense or he's a great play caller, that doesn't translate to being a head coach. When you're a head coach, it's hard to call defense or call offense being a head coach. And that's what people got to understand, that just because you're a great offensive coordinator, sometimes that might just be your ceiling. You might just be a great offensive coordinator. You have to be a great leader of men, and that's what they need to look for. Jim Caldwell was a great leader of men. He didn't have to cuss, raise his voice. To be a great coach, you have to be able to lead man. That's the number one thing. Fuck the play calling, because I can go find a great offensive play coordinator, defensive coordinator. And that's the second thing, a coach with a great coaching staff. Just because, look here, Brian Flores, he wasn't even a coordinator. He was a positional coach. He's a guy that's done a phenomenal job in Miami, even though they didn't make the playoffs. But he was a guy in Miami that came from New England who was a position coach. He was a position coach. Think about that. He was a position coach. He wasn't a coordinator. So just because you a special teams coordinator or you a linebackers coach or whatever your position coach is, doesn't mean you can't be a great head coach. Just because you a great play caller don't mean you a great head coach. Because if you the offensive play caller, what about defense? You just gonna let the coordinators? So basically, you got a guy that's a great offensive coordinator, right? And you don't worry about defense. So basically, y'all just y'all co-head coaches. He a co-head defensive coach, you a co-head offensive coach. Even though you got a little bit more say-so that we go for it on fourth down. Stuff of that nature. So that's what you're talking about when the coach. You want a leader of men. You want a leader of men. You want a team manager, a player management, a coach manager, a game manager. And then third, you want a guy that that's gonna bring in a great coaching staff. That's the difference. And people say, he's a great man. We ain't bring you in to be an offensive coordinator. We bring you in to lead this team. You got to understand, being a head coach, it's about time management. You know what I'm saying? It's about putting in the work, making sure that the defensive plan is good, make sure the offensive plan is good, managing people with issues. It's like being a manager or somebody in a position of power. Every little problem come back on the coach. Every little problem come back on the coach. So we got an argument between players. That's on you. We got an argument between coaches. A coach and player. That's on you. You find somebody for being late. It's a lot to come in with head coach. Everybody just think you show up on Sunday. You schedule when the buses come, when the team plane leaves, when people got to be in coach, when people got to be in practice. You got to manage walkthroughs. Then it's the preparation for Sunday. So you got to make sure all the game planning on point. If we get in this situation, this going to happen. I don't like this. Hey, get this out the game plan. It's a lot, man. And then you got to answer the ownership. Then you got to work with the GM. Coaching ain't for the faint of heart. Coaching is tough. You need somebody that's going to lead men. You need somebody that's going to every part in the organization. And when you look at the candidates here, Saleh seemed like he can lead men. He leading the whole side of defense. The question is, can he take the whole plate? Offense, defense, coaches, special teams. Can he manage the whole thing? And y'all people just think, oh, because if you a head coach, you ain't got time to solely focus on how good your defense is. Because you got the whole, and the players and people that come in that just, because he a great offensive coordinator. Man, that shit don't matter. Somebody that can lead, somebody that's respected, somebody that the player's gonna love to run through the wall for. Not every player is gonna like you. Real shit, not every player gonna go there and say, oh, I like Coach Saleh. But they gotta respect you. They gotta feel you. They gotta be able to, man, I play for him. Because not every person on the 55-man, 53-man roster plus coaches is gonna love you. But when they come in, they gonna pep up, they gonna be attentive, and they gonna respect you. I don't care about if you, and that's Patricia, man. You worry about defense, manage the team. That's the thing, manage the team. It's so much that goes into head coach. I don't know how people do it. Because really, only time you really got time to spend to chill is after a game. Come Monday, you right back in the office, seeing what we did good, seeing what we did wrong, seeing what we did bad. You right back there, off season, you scouting opponents. This is what they want to do. You looking at your division opponents. It's truly a tough job. And college coaches got it bad. I don't know how people, be football, because basketball, you can look at film, but you on the road so much. Basketball is simple. There's only so many, defenses you can play, so many offense you can play. Football, man, it just don't ever stop. You don't know if they playing combo coverage. You don't know if they doing the wings. You don't know what the hell they doing. But as far as the guys that they are hiring or thinking about and interviewing, you got to ask yourself, if you Sheila, you Rod, can you lead this organization? I don't care what you bring to the table. I worry about that later, offensively, defensively. What are you going to bring that these players going to respect you? Look at Mike Vrabel. He understands football. We going to need some tough and some nasty linemen, nasty defensive linemen. He know how to play. He know how to lead men. You got to ask yourself, do Arthur Smith know how to lead men? Are they going to respect him? Are they going to be able to run through a wall for him? That's the $1 million question for him. And then, just looking at Robert Saleh, it seemed like them players love him. He bring energy. It seemed like he know how to manage that group of men. And if you ask me about the other guys that they got, I think he the one that you look at and say his energy. You know what I'm saying? That's when you look at and say his energy. They love him. They run through a wall for him. That's what you want after Patricia. I like Robert Saleh, but then I got to give up 2 third-round draft picks in back-to-back years. I don't know. But I guess you can't put a price on the perfect candidate. He understands from Dearborn, what it means for the team, for the Lions to win, for the city, for the Metro Detroit area. You look at Arthur Smith. He understands football offensively. He understands that what it's going to take to simplify. What's going to take to simplify football for the players? Look here, what we going to do is we're going to build a nasty line. We're going to run this motherfucker, and we're going to play action. And that's simplifying football. That's all Sean McVay do, and that's all he does in the Rams. And without the dope running back, ain't too much different he can do. You look at Dan Campbell. He been with the Dolphins, Dolphins, with the Saints right now, assistant head coach, tight end coach. He done a lot. He's done a lot. He's done a tremendous amount. So he know what it means to be a Lion. He was here for a few seasons. Just because he ain't been a coordinator, that don't matter. Can you lead my team? Can you lead the team to the promised land? That's the $1 million question. Because they respect you, is they going to love you, is they going to run through a wall for you. That's what we talking about. You know, can you lead? And also then we worried about who going to be your coordinator, who going to be your position, what staff you can get, because coordinators are important. But it's not important that my head coach be a coordinator. You know, it's not important. You know, but then again, who else we got? We talked about Arthur Smith, love what he did with Tennessee. We talked about Saleh. Bieniemy is another guy. He understands offense. You know, the question is, with his background, can he lead men, or are they going to respect him? Are you going to get any more trouble? You know, can you lead men? Can you, or is that Andy Reid leading the offensive side of the ball? That's the question. You know, how do the players respond to him? Do they respect him? Can he? Question. That's a question. But then again, I like a few of them candidates they got in there, to be honest. I ain't too sour on Dan Campbell neither, coming in being the coach. But out of the guys, I think Saleh make the most sense. He do. You might have to give up some 2 third-round picks. But you got a lot of players that you could trade for multiple picks. I mean, Trey Flowers can help somebody. Justin Coleman can help somebody. You got a lot of players. Matthew Stafford, you can trade him. You can say, look, if we give you Stafford for Jeff Wilson and to get Robert Saleh, get the 3 first-round, 2 third-round picks. You know? But, you know, it should be interesting. But, hey, let me know what you guys think about the candidates. If you ask me to rank them, I would probably go Saleh. Bieniemy and Smith are tied for second, and then Campbell before, but I like Campbell. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links in the description. Fastest way to reach me is Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All the links in the description. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJGood313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate. Share the video. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. And don't forget to check my other channel out, Goodfellow Sports TV, right here on YouTube. One time for the one time we done.